find somebody that you will step on their back to get up here.
I volunteer.
Ready? Yes, sir.
All right.
He's not getting down.
Okay.
Going in?
Hey, this looks like room. Try it.
Come on, Ryan, pick me the point.
That's good.
Good? You all right now?
Man, there's a lot of work you guys are putting in for this.
It's all right, sir.
Just for you.
All right.
What does it feel like being up here again in the cockpit?
It's heaven. It just feels good. It does feel very nice. It sure does. Wonderful airplane. It won the war, I think. I was in training somewhere in Florida. I don't recall the airport, which part of my training. But there was some FMs, the torpedo bomber, same type of folding wings. And I saw a Avenger pilot try to take off with the wings folded. If you can imagine it, he flew the whole length of the runway wide open with the wings up each side of his head. I don't think he ever got over it. I think they washed him out. My first carrier landing on the Cowpens, which is a very narrow deck. I'd been flying before the F6, I've been flying the F4F, which is a much smaller engine. Well, when I rolled out of the last turn, the signal officer disappeared under the nose. I lost sight of him. The rule is take a wave off if you can't see the signal officer. So I poured full power and took out, but unbeknownst to me, I was settling, and the hook picked up the first wire, and I flew it as far as the wire would let me, and it died, and it went down, crashed into the catwalk, and the thing was kind of hanging just very close to rolling over the side. The plane captain got me out, unhooked, and onto the deck, and they pushed it over the side. I hadn't even seen combat, and I already lost a Hellcat. That wasn't very good. The signal officer talked to me, and he says, "You're short, you have problems seeing over that engine." He says, "When you come into the final turn," he says, canopy is open, of course. He says, "Get out there with your head outside with the goggles down, and you can see better." It worked. So from that time on, they call me the railroad engineer when I come into the... I think the most harrowing one I remember, I led a flight of 8 Hellcats to, we were at Ishigaki during the Okinawa campaign, and there was a tornado coming through the islands, and it had hit the first island, Ishigaki, and it was heading to the next island, which was Miyako, and then from there it was going to go into Okinawa. So they sent a flight supposedly over the tornado in to check the island to see if it had cleared, how far the storm had come. Well, we got the 8 Hellcats. We were carrying full load of bombs, and when we got up to 30, about maximum we could climb, we got to about 32,000 feet, and there was still clouds above us. And I didn't want to go through it, but I looked for some light spots, and I headed in, got the planes all in tight formation. We headed through that light spot, and pow, 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 pow. Come out the other side like zoom, 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 upside down. Everybody cursing me. And we kept going, and the island was completely under the clouds of the tornado. So we couldn't get to it. We jettisoned the bombs, and I said, I'm not going to go through that again. So we went down on the deck and flew through the tornado front. That was wild. That mission lasted probably 3.5 hours by the time we got back to the car. Everybody made it okay.